Hello, collective. Welcome. Welcome and welcome back, you guys. We're going to get into another reading for the collective to see what spirit wants you guys to know, okay? So don't bring anything into your life that does not belong, okay? There's no need to worry or panic. As I always say, don't be scared, be prepared. All right. I don't know who said it first, but it's a great philosophy to go by because sometimes these readings can make you a little paranoid if you're not objectively looking at the messages. All right. I hope the messages help you guys and, give you the information that you need. Okay. Anything you need to know is going to be below in the description box. Leave me a comment. Let me know if it resonates. And like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe. You guys hype up the video if you have some hypes. I greatly appreciate it. But we're going to see what you guys need to know in the collective. If you want to check out the air sign monthly readings, they are up for Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. The rest of the zodiac signs will be coming out soon. So be sure to turn your notifications on and set them to all. All right. But let's see. Whew. Guardian angels, archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors of the highest vibration, Father, Mother, God, for the collective. What do you want the collective to know at this time, spirit? Ciao. It's a thief. The thief. Okay. It says someone is trying to steal something you value. Pay attention to what may be taken. It could be money, ideas, or a relationship. What in the world? Why everybody always trying to be sneaky, child? This man got this bag over his back. Somebody trying to go through the safe. At the bottom, we have the web weaver. Weave and build a brighter future. Make those connections and create new opportunities that can make your life better. Okay, and then the hunter. Use focus and patience. Focus and patience to achieve your goals. Venture out and destroy that which would stand in your way of success. So, okay. You guys are trying to build a brighter future for yourself. You're trying to weave a web of progression, okay? Progress, not perfection. All right. You guys are trying to create opportunities for yourself. I feel like possibly bettering yourself in life so that you can just have a more stable and aligned experience. But in the process, I feel like someone is either trying to distract you or take something from you to hinder this. I mean, that's always going to happen. What Spirit is basically saying is that in this time where you're creating and cultivating the life that you want and manifesting it into reality, you need to be aware that people may be trying to pick things off of your cart along the way, right? I feel there's a strong emphasis on using focus and patience to achieve your goals. That's how you can weed out the thievery of your situation. That's how you can weed out the thieves and the deceivers. Because if there's anything that's distracting you, because that's like a Seven of Swords energy. So if there's anything that's kind of like distracting you, anyone who wants you to be distracted or anything that makes you distracted from what you're focusing on or deviate from your initial motives and intentions, then that's a great way to decipher and discern who could possibly be doing this in your life, okay? Or what could be doing this in your life. It could be social media when people doom scroll, right? That's distraction. That's stealing your energy. That's taking your mind off of what is most important and throwing frivolous, oftentimes meaningless things in your face. Okay. A lot of people have been talking lately about Instagram and how like they're realizing that Instagram is not like it used to be. A lot of people are realizing that, you know, the platform doesn't really show you your followers posts. It mostly just shows you sponsorships and random people who you don't really know. And you rarely ever see your followers. You just see celebrities or sponsorships and big names and people who they want to propel through the algorithm, to the point where even Instagram or Meta or whoever has been saying, this card wants to come out. That's the second time it popped like that. They've been saying that they're going to try to like reprogram the algorithm, whatever. It doesn't matter. But that's the point that I'm trying to make to you guys. It could be anything, anywhere that wants to make you distracted or make you lose focus on what you're doing. Or with the patience aspect, this could be people, places, or things that kind of want you to feel like you have to rush. Okay. When I think right now, what Spirit is trying to tell us is that it's more important to slow down. It doesn't mean that you have to procrastinate when it comes to what you're doing. It just means that they don't want you to feel this urge that time is running out, because it's not. It's like you shouldn't just sit on your hands and do nothing. But they also, like, Spirit to me is wanting us to know that the way that people may be trying to get us to rush right now is not accurate to the true and authentic energy of source and the universe. Okay. Now this party card popped twice. It says, relieved to be single, live it up while you can, go meet new people. Okay. And then challenges, feeling overwhelmed, being needy and holding on, take it one day at a time. Take it slow, take it one day at a time. Take your time. Be methodical about what it is you do. Let there be a rhythm, a beat to what it is that you do. Okay? Because if something is off beat, you can tell right away. Right? There's actually a musician, I feel like, from back in the day. Back in the day. I'm a millennial, so I don't know when this person started making music, or actually, I don't even know their name, but I've brought them up before because I heard somebody play their music and it's just all jumbled up. Like, there's no cadence, there's no melody, there's no like rhythm. The beat is just random. And it's very jarring. It's very unnerving. So Spirit is telling you, a lot of you guys are meeting new people. You're networking. You're building a connection of people which are within your web. This could be online connections, but it could also be people in your personal life, in real life. And as you meet certain people, there's going to be people who come into your life that want to distract you or get you to deviate from your plans. Okay. This could be about work-life balance. Okay. Balancing personal relationships with professional responsibilities. There could be someone here who specifically tries to distract you from your professional responsibilities and steals your time. Meaning they want you to always go out with them. They want you to drink with them. They want you to go to the club with them. Maybe this is somebody who just broke up with someone. They may be the ones who are relieved to be single or trying to live their best life, and they're always hollering about YOLO and all this other stuff. You know, meeting new people, introducing, every time you come around them, they got somebody else around them that's their new friend. This may be highlighting the person that they're talking about in your life so that you can identify who it is. This could also be something where you personally have had a change in your life and you want to enjoy life. You see what's going on in the world around you. There could be a lot of things that are negative or depressing, and you want to try to look at the bright side and do things that you enjoy. And that's fine, but I feel like the calculated chaos that's going on right now is a tool to create a distraction in your life to make you believe that that's what you should be spending a majority of your time on, when in reality, it needs to be more balanced, okay? So if you guys are feeling overwhelmed and if you do need to blow off some steam, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but I do feel like Spirit is trying to help you maintain focus so that the things that you face as challenges won't continue to be challenges. Now we have distance. Emotionally unavailable, stand back from things, get a new perspective. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you guys need to step away. Sometimes you can't always like be up close and personal with the problem, whatever that may be. It doesn't mean that you're like being lazy or negligent. It just means that sometimes you need to take a breather. Yeah. There's something about new people who you're meeting that you don't necessarily need to be afraid. I don't think everyone has negative intentions. We need to start in this community, specifically in the tarot spiritual community. We have to start seeing things from more of a less drastic scope. So what I'm saying is like, yeah, there are people who are assholes. Don't get me wrong. If you know me, you know that I'm aware of the assholes. But what I'm saying is like, some of these people may just want to be social with you. Some of these people may just want to be your friend or talk to you about what they have going on in their life and go out with you and have conversations with you, or you meet them in passing or whatever. But it's like Spirit doesn't want you to get wrapped up in other people's situations. I feel like Spirit wants you to know that it doesn't make these people necessarily bad. But they're on their own path, and so are you. So it's like your spirit team, your ancestors, your guides, everyone who sacrificed in order for you to be able to have the opportunities that you have and be able to live in this timeline to do what you came here to do. They don't want you to get on somebody else's path. They want you to make sure you maintain momentum on your own path. Okay. What else? For the collective. Holidays. A specific holiday may be important. So there could be a specific holiday in which they're referring to where there could be a lot of distractions that are set before you or presented in front of you. What holiday is coming up? Child, it's September. Labor Day is past already. Maybe it's Halloween. Maybe they're talking about Halloween. I don't know. Maybe they're talking about for the rest of the year as well, because Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, right? Oh, wow. Politics, politician. The situation could involve a politician or politics. So people's beliefs, politics could also be what people believe, people's politics about a certain holiday. Be mindful of your wallets, your purses, your cards, your sensitive information. Okay? Somebody could be having like a Halloween party, a Thanksgiving party, a Christmas party, a New Year's party. And this could be a person who wants you to be on board with like what they want to do, or maybe they invite you and they want you to come. But I feel like there's part of this is like a distraction. You know how when the holiday season comes around and everybody starts to get everybody's nice during the holidays, at least in the United States. Christmas and Thanksgiving come around and now everybody's a saint. Everyone's an angel. We want to give back. We want to do all these food drives and turkey drives, turkey giveaways, and, Secret Santa, Christmas gifts, Don't let that distract you from what it is that you need to be doing. Like, don't let your eyes get glazed over by these capitalist, celebrations. Because really what it is just masking consumerism. Okay. And I don't mean to be political, but I'm just saying, like, I think Spirit doesn't want you to get carried away. Like with the Thief card, it could be very abstract. There could be a push for people to spend more around Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's because everybody's depressed about all the chaos going on. You get what I'm saying? So it's like Spirit is warning you that you're creating something. They're not warning you about what you're creating, but they're putting you on notice to pay attention because you may need to allocate your funds very carefully. They say that it could be money, ideas, or relationships, right? And if you have Christmas come around and you've been having a really shitty year and it's been very depressing, and you see this expensive perfume or jewelry or outfit that you really want to buy, or the TV in Walmart or whatever, and you feel like, I deserve to spend $800 on this because I've had a tough year, and I'm going to throw caution to the wind and just do what I want. And then later on, it kind of bites you in the butt, because then you're distracted by the debt that you've put yourself in, swiping your credit card for that TV, because the people who are the controlling forces created all this chaos to make you depressed and feel stressed, so that you feel more loose with your wallet. Okay. It's all a web. It's all a web, you guys. And yeah, like, it is serious. Oh, don't take it too serious. It's just the holidays. But like, at the same time, that's what it is. Okay. And then we have emotions. Yeah. You may be experiencing a lot of emotions depending on surrounding cards. Will give you the context to these emotions. And that's what I'm saying. Be mindful of emotional purchases. Be mindful of emotional decisions when it comes to, taking risks with people and with your money and with relationships. Because it kind of feels like, like that whole situation that we experienced where people thought the rapture was coming. I'm not trying to judge nobody, because if you thought the rapture was coming, I don't want to make you feel stupid, because that's neither here nor there. But I even know, being a person who's not very religious and who doesn't really read the Bible all the time, I know that God, Jesus, whoever said that no man will know the day or the hour, child. I know that. Anyway, but that's an example of when people are politicking about the rapture. They out here spitting a hot fire game about the rapture and getting folks to get all in their feelings to believe that it's coming. And now people done quit their jobs and sold their houses and cars, and they now homeless. Child, I'm just being real with you. Truth hurts. Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, and the star. Interesting. Yeah, so there's going to be a push, feels like politically, or a shift that's going to happen amongst communities where the message is going to be changed or shifted to a message of hope. Even if you pour the star card, she's usually, in the nude, in the buff. But I took her to Rainbow, and she got her little 2-piece set for, so she could come and be on YouTube. But basically, she's nude. She's the after effects of the tower, right? Where everything is lost and destroyed. So all of these tower moments that we've been having, it's like there may be people in your personal life who are like, they may try to convince you that you can throw caution to the wind, or just go with what you feel like. Yeah, it may be difficult out there right now, but you have to enjoy life. You only live once. And it's like, don't let folks twist your mind and trick you into thinking that there's some type of like, see what I'm saying? There she is again. I got her little 2-piece set. She looking cute. She got her little jogger suit on. Don't let people trick you and trigger your emotions into thinking that, if you go out with me every day this week, it won't be that bad. Yes, it will. If you spend a little money, you this your money, you earned it. It won't be that bad. Yes, it will. Because when your high ass light bill comes, because they're charging more for electricity, which is insane, then you're going to be thinking about how you listen to this fool tell you, don't worry about it. And then you're going to be mad at yourself, or mad at them, or both. So I feel like Spirit is trying to prevent a lot of us from falling into those emotional traps, watching the commercials. It's like seeing the little hungry kids with the big bellies in Africa and flies on their face, just so you'll send a donation to this organization that you don't even know if they're really using your money to help those children. Because a lot of times they go into those communities and take pictures of people without their permission. taking little pictures of kids on the side of the road without their permission. And what you don't see is that the community don't really like that when these photographers come in, but they don't have any regulations that they have to really follow. So they present it as if they had permission to come into that community and photograph their poverty. And then they use it to trigger your emotions and make you feel a way so that you send money to some organization, UNICEF or whatever, after you hear this sad white woman in the background talking about how hungry these kids are, and then your money don't even go to that. So that's all I'm saying. Okay. What is this situation for the collective? Page of Pentacles. So there's some type of good news that you're going to receive, possibly by Halloween or sometime during the holiday season. 3 of Pentacles. This could be about your job, your work. 5 of Pentacles plus the 3 of Pentacles is 8 Pentacles. Yeah. Somebody you may receive good news about a job. I don't know if you lost your job, but like, okay, for example, if you lost your job, there may be some type of recognition placed on what you've built or the work that you put in, to where now you're able to kind of like have some type of help. So like, just say you lost your job. You may find out by Halloween that you get unemployment, right? They approved you. This could also be a severance package getting approved. Some of you guys, this is a small increase in your finances so that you're able to take care of the people who depend on you. Some of you may be getting some type of holiday bonus, okay? And that's why Spirit is saying, hey, use this money to catch up. Don't get distracted with whatever's going on with the holiday season, thinking you got all this extra money to spend. Because if you know the bonus is coming, don't spend your money before you get it. Get the money first. Look at what you need to do. Handle it. Okay? That's why they do all this stuff around the holidays, because they know people are getting those holiday bonuses. They know people want to come out and spend their money and celebrate with their family and friends. So they put all of this crap in your face to propagandize you into thinking that you need to spend your money on this or that. Excuse me. Or that your kid needs their third PlayStation 5, and it's just not real. Okay? What's the Page of Pentacles? Yeah. 8 of Pentacles. You're going to be able to take care of something on your own, or you're going to be able to save money. I feel like you have a goal here that you're focusing on. You've been working on something for a while, and I feel like you've been perfecting your craft. There's something that's scheduled. Something is scheduled, a party, a holiday party, or a bonus. There's a schedule here. Knight of Cups and the Emperor. You may be offered a job. And this job, like this, I don't know if you're a contract worker or whatever you do. But you may be offered a job, and this job is actually going to help infuse your finances. And I know how hard it is to look at your kids and know that they have other kids around them at school who are getting presents, and then you feel like you can't afford it, but you want to make sure that they're happy. I understand that, right? Like if you're a parent, not all of you are parents, but if you are, there's a lot of stress on parents during the holidays because there's an expectation. Okay. And I'm here to tell you that last year, I didn't have any money for gifts for my kids. I literally bought gifts at the end of the year. My kids literally each got one gift. Well, they got 2 gifts each. I got all 3 of them the Corey Kenshin comic book that he made, the manga, because they all wanted that. And then I also got them each something else that they wanted. But the Corey Kenshin manga, I pre-ordered that months ahead, right? So the money that I had around Christmas time, there was no way that we was going to get no gifts. There was not a lot of gifts under the tree. My youngest son literally was the only one with a gift under the tree. Okay. And my older 2, they've had plenty of Christmases with buku gifts to where it don't even fit under the tree. They've had so many Christmases like that. And even my youngest son has had many Christmases like that. But it just wasn't happening last year. So you know what I did? I was like, ooh, I'm trying to write Santa Claus a letter for you. Or you could write your letter. Like I told him, do you want me to tell Santa? Or do you want me? Because I could call Santa. I got his phone number. And he was like, you do? I said, yeah. I said, I could call Santa. I'm going to just text him because he's probably working though with the elves. So I don't want to bother him while he's working. But you need to show me what you want so I could text him and tell him. And he was like, okay. We went on Amazon. We went on Amazon and he was like, I said, what kind of stuff do you think you want? He said he wants some Play-Doh. He's a sculptor, baby. My son is an artiste. Okay, so he loves Play-Doh and he sculpts things and he lets it dry. Like for example, he made these little, you know how they have the chocolate covered pretzels and like all of that chocolate covered candy and stuff like that. He literally watches those baking shows and he recreates items that they make. And he made a whole candy project with his Play-Doh where it was different colors and flavors, and each of the different colors was a different flavor. And he sculpted it. He had pretzels. He had cherry covered chocolate. So he made the chocolate bar red. And the molds that he had could mold it into those different shapes. So he made the molds, and then he would do red Play-Doh for like the cherry filling on the inside of the chocolate and brown on the outside of the red, and then orange on top of it for the orange flavored frosting. Child. All of this is still left over from Christmas because I looked on Amazon and I showed him. I said, okay, you want some Play-Doh? That's what he said. I said, what, do you want some of the little cutting things? And he loves that type of stuff. So he was like, yeah, I want this and that. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to save this and I'm going to put a heart on that. And I'm going to tell Santa that's what you want. I'm about to text him, but you can't be in here because it's, it's special. Child. So he was like, okay, skipped off, went on about his business, and I went ahead and ordered it. And it was good because it was on sale. It was literally like maybe a month before Christmas, a few weeks, maybe 3 weeks before Christmas. And when it was underneath the tree, guess what? I didn't have no wrapping paper. I thought I had some wrapping paper. It was gone because I just moved. I must have thrown it away. Guess what I wrapped it up with? I didn't have money to go spend on a whole roll of wrapping paper, even though I know the Dollar Tree has wrapping paper. But when you're already in the negative, what you gonna do? You get what I'm saying? So I'm giving real solutions to real people. You know how I wrapped them gifts up and wrapped that Play-Doh up? From the Amazon packing paper, which was cardboard, which people use. People buy cardboard wrapping paper all the time because it's economical and it's recyclable. Wrapped it on up. I still had some bows. Put the little bows on there. Okay. Put his little stuff on there. Put some little glitter on it. Some of my little glitter eyeshadow. Sprinkled it on there. He was content. He was content all day and for months later. But it was a situation where that's what I had to do. And look at that. There's the Emperor energy. Boss up. That's what a boss does. People think a boss just flaunts their money and cars on social media. That's not a boss. A boss understands how to feed everybody in their kingdom without the kingdom collapsing. And that's what Spirit is trying to get you in the mindset of, to boss up. We had food. That was fine. Not only did he get the Play-Doh, but he got the manga book. And now he didn't read it. He said he want me to save it for when he get old enough to read it. I said, okay, you the boss. But my older two, they got the manga book. And then because it was Christmas Day, all the games on the PlayStation was on sale. So I said, okay, each of y'all can pick 2 games. Because they both wanted a very inexpensive game that was only like $10 or $15. And then they both wanted a more expensive game that was maybe like original price $60, but it was like half off. There you go. You get what I'm saying? So it's like at the end of the day, like you have to focus on the priority and what's important. And I think that's what Spirit is trying to get you guys prepared for, because it's real out here. And when I say it's real out here, it's not just, people struggling, homeless and hungry. It's real out here when it comes to the emotional triggers and some of the spiritual tug of wars that you guys may experience in these coming seasons after seeing all this death and devastation and chaos. It's going to trigger your emotions. They're going to put things in your face that trigger your emotions. And what your spirit team doesn't want you to do is get caught up in it. Because if you look, you got the emotions card, but then you also have the distance card. And what does it say? Emotionally unavailable. Stand back from things. Get a new perspective. Which basically means don't let these overflow or explosion of emotions that they're trying to put you in dictate, you making a decision that you might regret later. Okay. Because I know I done got into too much debt buying Christmas presents that my kids don't even play with for 2 weeks. And it's not worth it. They'll love you more if you can keep the roof over your head and the lights on and the hot water running in the future. They might not appreciate it now, but they'll appreciate it later when they see what you did to help them to have a comfortable and safe and stable, secure place to live. What's the Page of Pentacles? One more card. Four of Swords, yeah. Okay. I feel like there's someone who you're not talking to right now, or someone who you don't really discuss a lot of things that you do with them. A lot of the goals that you have, a lot of the dreams that you have, things that you pray for, things that you desire. That's the Eight of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. Y'all have a lot that you're thinking about on the back end that a lot of people don't know you're thinking about. You're making a lot of plans. Your gears are turning in your brain about everything that you want to do. And there's someone here who doesn't know how hard you've been working behind the scenes because you haven't told them. This is the person who's going to invite you to this party or this gathering. It could be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, maybe an Aries, possibly a Libra. This person is going to invite you to this party or this gathering for the holidays. We have Four of Cups. Wow. And the Ten of Wands. So there's definitely something that's not going the way you planned it. Something is not going the way you thought it was going to go, or it's not going the way you planned it. Okay. There's also a person here who feels burdened and rejected by the fact that you guys aren't talking. So they're trying to force their way. They're trying to kind of force their way in when it comes to like figuring out what you've been doing. Somebody is disappointed because you've been working so much. This could be a spouse, but it could be just a friend. This could be your children. This could be someone else in your life, in your personal life. But you haven't been talking as much. You haven't been communicating with this person. And I feel like they're still holding on to the relationship. They don't want to let this relationship go. But I feel like whoever this is just bored because they don't have anybody to talk to about their problems and their burdens. So they're going to offer you, I feel like, some type of like opportunity to go out with them or go to a party with them, celebrate with them. But this could possibly cause a financial setback. Anybody who trauma dumps on you or always talks about themselves. Oh my God. That's who this could be. Okay, I was trying to make sure that wasn't the Georgia Power people, child. Okay. So what's hidden that the collective doesn't see? Good Lord. The Three of Swords, it kind of came out going in reverse. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like what you don't see is that this person knows that you've made a lot of progress. I feel like there was a time where whoever this is felt like you didn't care how they felt. They were in pain because you walked away from them. And there was a time where this person did not think you understood or cared how walking away from them made them feel. It's like they didn't. Okay. Ciao. I'm just going to leave it in because I feel like spirit be talking. Period. It is what it is. The Tower, all of a sudden you walked away from someone, or all of a sudden someone walked away from you, or you detached emotionally from a situation. And it's like the fact that it seemed like it didn't hurt you made this person angry or caused this person some type of conflict within themselves. This could be somebody who secretly competes with you, or they've been competing with you since you've walked away. The power dynamics of a connection that you have with someone changed. And when that happened, it destroyed the structure of the friendship. And whoever this person is not satisfied with that. Okay, I feel like they're angry, child. There could have been some type of argument or something that, you didn't want to be involved in. This could also have been something where you didn't really fight for a person and they felt a way about it because you didn't really fight for the relationship. Like, even if you walked away from someone and y'all had a history, they feel like you should have fought more to keep in touch with them or talk to them and check on them. You didn't do that. That upset them, and they felt like you didn't care. If this is somebody who maybe you didn't argue with or whatever, but you just distanced yourself, they were doing a lot to get your attention and you weren't paying attention. And it seemed like you just didn't care. This could have also been somebody who walked away from you and you didn't chase them. Oh, well. What's the Three of Swords reversed in the Eight of Cups? Two of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. It just feels like somebody was going down their own path and doing things on their own. And I said that earlier about how Spirit doesn't want you guys to get distracted and start walking somebody else's path when you're meant to continue down your own path. Right? And I think somebody wanted you to walk down their path with them and be like their companion. You told someone or had a conversation with someone and let them know that you were focusing on like achieving some type of goal. And that's what you were going to be spending your time on most of the day, or that's what you were going to be spending most of your time on. And I feel like this person was kind of offended by that because it showed them that whatever power struggle was happening between y'all, that you weren't going to continue to progress it forward. It's like you were tired of, doing the same dance with this person. Whether they were somebody who you love and care about, or whether it's somebody who you couldn't care less about. Somebody who you really didn't care for. It really doesn't matter. The fact that you decided to be independent and do something on your own, and you let this person know that that's what was going to happen. I think you were trying to brace them for this and prepare them for this, but they still weren't prepared for it. I feel like you became overwhelmed with someone's lifestyle, possibly. Because someone's lifestyle may have been very loose or frivolous. And I feel like you wanted to save. You wanted to build wealth. You wanted to move forward towards your legacy and what you're meant to be doing. You're weaving this web for your future, and someone's lifestyle just didn't align with yours, or their beliefs didn't align with yours. It's not that you hate this person. I feel like you still have love for this person. It's like there's no love lost, but I just feel like whoever this is didn't understand. Page of Swords. So there's some type of communication going on behind the scenes that you don't see. This person is talking about how you left them behind, how you walked away from them. This could be family members as well. Somebody could be asking a person what they think of you. I don't think you really care. I just feel like whatever's going on behind the scenes, you're disconnected from it because it's just too much. Somebody was being very needy. You were feeling overwhelmed with a person who didn't want to release you. So I feel like you released yourself. Somebody could be looking for a single friend. Page of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Two of Cups. There could be someone asking about you to someone else. Like, oh, where's your single friend? Where's your collective? You know, they looking for you. They're like, where your single friend? You the single friend. And this person is still talking about, well, you know, they don't want to be my friend no more. They walked away from me. They act like, you know, our friendship didn't mean anything. That's where they are. Is you know, I feel like you don't know that people have been asking about you and this person has been bringing up how you walked away from them or you treat them like you don't care about them anymore. That's what's kind of going on. But you haven't really talked to this person. Queen of Wands, High Priestess. I feel like you can sense that these people talking about you or something is going on. I feel like what Spirit is trying to tell you is that you don't know what somebody's been saying behind your back. And they may try to make you feel obligated to spend money, go to a party, spend time, energy. It's like the Pentacles energy. It's like this person may try to make you feel obligated or give you some type of sob story to get you in your feelings about them so that you feel obligated to come to this party, waste your time, spend your money. What else is this? Sudden wealth. Look at that. Despair. See, it's like getting a bonus and spending it all on Christmas presents that your kids ain't gonna play with in 2 days. Change. I also feel like if some of you got let go from a job and you've been looking for another job, some of y'all are going to get an interview, but you may have to travel or you may have to go into a field, that you aren't really as familiar with. You know, like if you worked in sales, you may go into a field working in customer service. Some of y'all just recently moved and then you lost your job right after you moved to a place where you were spending more money on like rent or mortgage. And you were like, dang, I just bought this house or I just moved into this place and it's expensive. Now I done lost my job. There's some type of lucky break that I feel like you're going to get or some type of sudden wealth that's going to come in. Either through an interview, getting a new job, a bonus at your current job if you didn't lose it. But that, you know, because sometimes like you may have moved into a place and you thought you could afford it, but then you get in there and then it's all these fees that the people didn't tell you about. There's some type of increase in your finances that's happening in order to supplement your income. Message of concern and false person. Yeah, there's somebody who's not genuine around you that I feel like you don't know what they've been saying behind your back. It's like if you had a best friendship with somebody, they're meeting new people and saying, yeah, because I'm loyal and people just don't appreciate me. And then when folks start asking questions, they bring you up. And it's like, girl. Don't fall for the hype either. Because there could be somebody here who's false. And your intuition could be going off about this person. Some of y'all could be finding out that you have to move. But you can't really afford any of the places that are out there because they're a little expensive. What's this sudden wealth? Emperor and the 5 of Cups. Four of Cups. 7 of Cups. There could be somebody giving away like some type of assistance or something. What's it? It's like somebody's tired of their wealth. You know how when rich people, when people get a lot of money, they start spending their money on stupid stuff because they're just bored. Once they buy everything that they want, they don't know what to do. They're bored. So there's a wealthy person here who has everything they want. They're probably older with the Emperor energy, and they're just tired of their situation. They're bored. They're tired of their money. It doesn't give them any like excitement anymore. They're trying to figure out somebody to bless. There's somebody who wants to bless people. What's this despair and change? 5 of Wands. Queen of Swords. There could also be something going on for people who are kind of like impoverished. Like there could be something that happens where they give away money or they, like we got those, what was those checks that people got? Yeah, Page of Cups and the title card. There could be some type of incentive. Stimulus checks. Remember when we got them stimulus checks? I feel like there's a person in a position of power, this Emperor energy, that is going to grant people some type of sudden wealth. But this person is false. I feel like there's an offer being made here that's kind of an illusion that you guys will be able to see through because you've experienced this like before. Like somebody could be advertising a food drive or a turkey drive, or it feels like people are going to start fighting over turkeys at a turkey drive, or people are like fish. Jesus fed everybody with 2 fish and some wine or something. Child, it feels like there's going to be some type of like flyer or advertisement that goes up about a charity event, turkey drive, Christmas giveaway, something like that. Because here's the flyer. Look, the message of concern. She's reading the paper. Here's the paper. You see this. Somebody may tell you about it. Oh, they having a turkey drive over there on 5th and whatever. And you go look it up. You see the flyer. And then you get this feeling You get this intuitive nudge, Queen of Wands, High Priestess. You get this intuitive nudge, that something is off about that. You find the information out about it. You get the intuitive nudge that something is off about it. But you also, in the back of your mind, may be like, oh my goodness, this will help me because I'm in this situation where I don't necessarily know if I'm going to be good. So I'm thinking about going. But you feel like you can see the chaos that could possibly erupt. And that's actually what someone is doing because they're bored. And it's somebody in a position of power or wealth and they're bored. And they want to, they want to see the people fight. Like the Colosseum. And whoever this person is, this emperor, they're doing it for some type of false reasons or under false pretenses or something like that. It's like somebody's trying to give this stuff away because they're trying to make it seem like they have more than enough and that they want to give back, but it's fake. It's like when the holidays come around, that's what's going on, to get you in your feelings and to get you to kind of do what people want you to do. Or this is the party that someone is asking you to go to. It could possibly erupt in some type of drama, chaos. If it's a club, if it's a party. I feel like you guys are getting some type of intuitive nudge not to go somewhere or just to be on alert. Be on your P's and Q's. Keep your head on a swivel when you go to this event or when you go to this party or when you go to this person's house. Like somebody could have even moved or relocated. Like if people playing tricks on you, playing pranks on you, that's real dirty. Because this could also be somebody who wants to rub their, like, they may want to rub in your face how their life has improved because you haven't been talking to them and they're still holding a grudge. And it's like they want to make you feel away and distract you from what it is that you're doing. Oh, I want to invite Collective to this party because you're my friend. But really, you don't know that they've been telling everybody about how you abandoned them and they're still holding a grudge about it. It's like somebody just wants you to get in your feeling. It's all, I'm picking up on all these different scenarios because it could possibly be a bunch of different stuff that's happening. It's like somebody wants you to be in your feelings and, oh, come to my housewarming party, come to my Christmas party, come to my Halloween party. And they live in this new house and they came into this money and they married some old man that they don't even like and who don't like them. But they rather suck old crusty dick than to actually like work. They want their wealth to be attached to a man or a woman or whatever. They hit the jackpot with somebody, but really they're miserable behind the scenes. It's like when one of your friends gets married to somebody who they don't really like, they're not attracted to, they're very miserable, but secretly they've been competing with you. And when you detached from them and focused on yourself, you took your power back and they felt that they didn't have anybody left to trauma dump on. So now that they went out here and found this quote unquote 1% wealthy man who they don't even like and who actually they're miserable with behind the scenes, they're going to use all of this stuff that they've gained through this avenue to kind of rub it in your face and get you in your feelings. That's the thief energy, okay? Even if this is somebody who's been living in a nice house their whole life, if this is your family members or if this is cousins, siblings, whatever, and they invite you somewhere, like they're not inviting you. Oh, they're not inviting you because they want you to actually be there. They're inviting you because they want to rub something in your face. And that's what I feel. Okay. What's the advice for the collective? And you're going to be able to see that they're competing with you. You get what I'm saying? I feel like you're going to see it. Six of Pentacles. This is your advice. Yeah, focus on your priorities. What really requires your attention? What really requires your money? Don't give to somebody who's holding their hand behind their back. Because while they're holding their hand out, the one that's behind their back could have a proverbial knife ready to give you a hug and then bop. Six of Cups. King of Cups. Yeah, there's some type of illusion being created about what's a priority. Whether it's the Christmas gift scenario, whether it's the friend and the partying scenario, whether it's the turkey drive scenario, whatever this is, you need to focus on your security and stability, because that's the choice. You're going to have a choice about what's a priority and what you can invest your money in. You are going to receive something. I feel like you guys are receiving some type of influx of finances during this holiday season. You could be making more. You could be getting more hours. Your job could be offering overtime. You may be able to increase your rates during this time. And Spirit is saying, hey, spend this money wisely. Don't get caught up in motherfuckers who secretly compete with you and hate you, trying to impress them or trying to live up to the standards that they've set, or, feeling obligated to invest time and energy into them and money into whatever they're doing. Like, don't, oh, can you make this for the Christmas party? No. If you don't have the money, or if you don't want to do it, no. Can you make this? Can you make that? And then later on down the line, at the end of January, early February, you looking crazy because you done spent all your money. What's the Six of Pentacles? King of Wands. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it's like somebody's playing tricks to try to shift your perspective when it comes to what you want to put your money into or what you want to invest into. Even if you're not like an impoverished person, just say you're a wealthy person, right? Because I cover all scenarios here. Say you're a wealthy person, you got money. You, somebody knows you have wealth, or somebody's aware of your money. Don't let these organizations and these motherfuckers politicking to get your money and your wealth trick you off your square. Because that's going to put you in a negative situation, because the tables are going to turn. That's just what I feel like this is. Somebody's trying to weave a web of deceit to steal from you. Whether it's Tinder swindlers, whether it's organization. Look at that Chariot coming right on in. Or somebody on the street saying, hey, my car broke down the road. Okay, I'm going to call you a tow truck. They'll be here in 15 minutes. Don't open your door and let these people come in, because these folks is crazy. I don't know if you heard about that lady who was doing that. She came around ringing people doorbells, asking for water. And then when she got in there, she put a gun to them and robbed them. You get what I'm saying? It's some schemes going on this holiday season, okay? Aries energy, strongly. Cancer, possibly. Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, I'm getting as well. Possibly Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Capricorn. Someone could also be trying to get you to move quick to donate or give to a cause. Child, I tell y'all all the time, PayPal, Venmo, and Zelle is below. And if you guys do donate, it would be very helpful, because I'm not a channel that makes a lot of money. I do this because I love to do it. If I was doing it for the money, I would have stopped a long time ago. And y'all can donate if you feel like the reading helped you. But you don't have to. It would be nice, but you don't have to. It would help, and I'd be grateful and appreciative, but you don't have to. And I never want you to feel obligated to. But sometimes there are people who use me for the information, and they never give back. They never like a video. They never leave a comment. They never hype up a video. They never share a video. They don't even subscribe to the channel, and they never donate. And there's a lot more people doing that than what some of y'all think, because a lot of you guys are good and, supportive, but there's a lot of people who are not. So I just say it, because if I don't say it, who gonna say it? You get what I'm saying? But there's people out there who I feel like what Spirit is saying is that something is going to move quickly for you and you're going to want to spend this money. I feel like something is going to come in and you're going to want to spend this money, right? Temperance. The angel, Spirit, God, Source is blessing you with a gift to balance something out so that you can either move or relocate, or so that you can, pay off debt. And they don't want you to rush into making a decision about where this money is going to go. Justice. See what I'm saying? They don't want you to rush and make a decision about where the money is going to go. Okay? I feel like a lot of you guys need to know you're moving in the right direction. And things are about to change after a long period of time. A lot of waiting. A lot of debating about whether or not you're on the right path. And I feel like there is a major shift happening that we've all been knowing is coming, but that because we're not God, what did I say about the rapture? No man will know the day or the hour, child. And people are tired because a lot of spiritual practitioners and even pastors who are actually, there's good pastors out there. And they've been saying, oh, this change is coming, this change is coming, the change is coming. And it feels like it's not coming. But the small wins, okay, the incremental progress, it may not be perfection. It may not be exactly the way you thought it would look. It may not be exactly what you want. But those incremental increases, those small gains that you see, that progress that almost could trick you into making you think it's not there, but it is. Those are the signs that this is actually true. And I can't tell you when it's going to happen, but I mean, it looks like there's something coming in that continues to point you in the right direction so that you won't be distracted by someone trying to get you off course. That's what this feels like to me. And Spirit wants you to know that, yes, they're working behind the scenes to balance the scales and move you into a position that you deserve to be in. But you have to see the long-term goal and keep your eyes fixated on the vision so that you can protect your assets and prioritize yourself accordingly and prevent people from being able to come in and swindle you. Because there's some swindlers out here this here holiday season. Sagittarius with the Temperance, Libra, Taurus with the Justice card, Aries or Cancer with the Chariot. We also have Aries or Taurus with the Emperor. We saw the High Priestess, that's Pisces. And I just, with the Queen of Swords, I feel like I want to say Virgo, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Gemini possibly involved with this. Somebody may also be coming towards you saying that they want to give you something or they have something for you. But I would just be very mindful of, just making sure you protect your energy. Make sure that you know what someone's true intentions are and you know why they're giving you something or why they're inviting you somewhere. Like, why would they be giving me this? Why would they be inviting me here? What are they gaining from whatever this is that they're trying to convince me is for my good? You get what I'm saying? Oh, excuse me. Well, excuse me. Is there anything that I don't see? Because there is a false person here. You know what I mean? And there's so many people who've gotten caught up in these scams and these swindling schemes. Like with social media creators, influencers. These influencers go into the hood and they try to say that they're going to give people money or they're going to buy somebody a house. But then when they get in the house is, they house poor. They can't afford the house. And really the influencer just did it for show. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, that's the type of energy. It's like somebody is wanting to get people on their side. They're politicking. They may be a politician, but they may also just be somebody who wants to gain clout, influence, notoriety, recognition, fame, right? And they may be doing something to get people's emotions triggered around the holidays that could create more problems in your life. It's like spirit saying, what's that hymnal? I will not be moved or something like that. It's like spirit saying, don't let these things and these situations move you. Okay? Don't be easily moved by the charade and the show that people put on. What else does the collective need to know? I'm afraid, child. Not yet. Ooh, my stomach growling. Stressed out. So something isn't happening fast enough. You feel like it's not happening yet, or the conflict is still going on. I feel like some of you feel like your spirit team abandoned you. They did not. They said, not yet. We know you're stressed out, but we're taking you through this portal. We're helping you accomplish your goals, even though it may seem like you're alone. Something may not have come in yet, or something may not have increased yet, and you could be feeling stressed out. What else? Ooh. Yeah, look, stay focused. It's complicated, excuse me. So you're in a complicated situation, but it's coming to an end. It just hasn't come to an end yet, and it's stressing you out. And your spirit team wants you to stay focused. They haven't abandoned you. 60 is a 6. 4, that's 10. You have 64. I know you lying. Things changed, yeah. So it just feels like that definitely could be referring to the house poor situation. Or somebody who made a promise to you and you see that they're breaking that promise and it caused you a lot of problems. Or it could be causing you a lot of problems because somebody is going to promise that they're going to do something and they may not follow through. They may renege. I just feel like y'all need to be prepared for anything, any games to be played by anyone. For real. I feel like someone is lying to you so that things become more complicated, and spirit wants you to stay focused. Because I feel like things are about to change, honestly. They just haven't changed yet. And that could be stressing you out and making you afraid. Or somebody could have promised you something and they haven't come through and it's scaring you. That could be purposeful. That's what I'm saying. If somebody said, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that for the kids on Christmas. I'm going to do this for the kids. Or anyway, don't stop what you're doing because somebody promises you that they're going to do something that they're not actually going to do. A sweepstakes comes into town and says, we're giving away 20 free houses to people in need who are in impoverished situations. And we're going to pay your bills for 5 years. They could be full of shit. Their company could dissolve and go bankrupt in 6 months. Then what you going to do? I'm not saying don't take the free house. But what I'm saying is make sure you have contingencies. Make sure you strategize and figure out what you need to do to, get some things together so you don't get put out your house. What's this? I'm afraid, stay focused, and it's complicated. 5 of Swords. See what I'm saying? It's like, don't take I'm not telling you that you shouldn't take the free money. Some of y'all, I slipped up. Don't take it. That's your prerogative. But what I'm saying is, whether you take it or don't take it, you just need to have contingencies and you need to be aware that some of this could be a scam. 2 of Wands, 5 of Swords, Knight of Cups. Yeah. Somebody's trying to either get you to make a decision that benefits them more than it benefits you under the illusion that they're giving you a gift, or somebody is making a decision to intentionally sabotage you in some way, shape, or form. Okay? And that's what it appears to be. Now, I didn't plan on being here this long. I did not plan on being here this long, but I felt like we needed to get to the bottom of it. I feel like somebody is propositioning you or proposing to you some type of deal, agreement, arrangement, partnership. And I feel like don't get attached to the outcome that they're presenting, because that could change. Okay, what's the advice? Strength in reverse. Yeah, be brave, because somebody is trying to... I feel like this is a person who's triggering your emotions, but it's like they're trying to find your weaknesses, okay? Strength says your inner strength is boundless. Unleash it. Yeah, there's gonna be a need for like resilience. Oh, look at the card. Look at the card. Look at the card. What did I just say? I didn't look at the bottom, y'all. I promise you. I'm telling you. You know, and that's okay, because I be spitting hot fire on these channels. I be dropping gems. I am motherfucking ice cold. I'm one of the most accurate readers you will ever meet without me even knowing it, bro. I don't even know what I be talking about half the time. But I know I'm one of the coldest bitches to ever do that shit on this platform, on any platform. And I stand on that. And you might think I'm arrogant or cocky, and that's fine. And you don't have to listen to me, bro. Because I'm not going to be everybody's cup of tea. But I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I know what I feel. And I describe it to you because I don't know exactly how it's going to play out in your life. So I'm going to tell you a story that, you know, illustrates the intuitive nudges and the intuitive messages and pictures that Spirit is showing me that you need to know in order to figure that shit out, so you won't get rolled up in the rug somewhere and thrown in the trash. But, you know, like the video. If you can donate, I would greatly appreciate it, y'all. I really do. But it is what it is. I'm glad you're here. Just like the video, subscribe, hype it up, leave a comment, engage. But I just said you're going to need resilience, because somebody is trying to play on your weaknesses. So if you're poor, if you're broke, if you're hungry, if you're homeless, if you need a job, if you know, like somebody is going to try to play on your weaknesses to get you to do what they want you to do. And use your fear or use your emotions to trigger you into doing what they want you to do, getting to make decisions they want you to make. Don't let these folks trick you off your square. And I just said you're going to need resilience. We flip over and here's resilience. Resilience is your source of strength in challenges. And if you don't have strength, it's because your resilience is low. Your resolve. Okay? Blessings. Blessings are gifts from the universe. Receive and share them. And I think that's what part of this is too. Somebody's saying, oh, I'm going to bless you. I'm going to bless you. Can't nobody bless you but God. If somebody is being like very, you know, egotistical about blessing other people. Yeah, I brought these blessings to the hood. You can keep them, bitch. Anyway, y'all like and subscribe to continue to catch that vibe. Hype it up. Get in the comments. Donate if you can. PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle is below. Book your reading if you want. And I just appreciate y'all for being here. I hope this message helped you. And I will see y'all next time. Bye.